All right, guys, welcome to another exciting episode of the Left Side View with Rahul and Amitabh. So this is the review part two, wherein we will try to cover Serie A matches along with I think La Liga as well as the PSG match from League One. So where do we begin, Amitabh?
Let's start with League A and yeah, again last match day. Talking about PSG, they came out with us 4-0 against Montpellier. Messi scoring a couple of goals along with Di Maria and Mbappe who scored a penalty. So yeah, I think this is something that we discussed for Bayern Munich as well. If PSG win the home league title, that is sort of a given. It is all about the performances in other competitions, especially the Champions League, and the way they capitulated against Real Madrid. I think, unfortunately, that is going to be their highlight of the season, along with the way they lost out to teams in the domestic cup competitions. They did spend a lot on players who I don't know whether they deserve those kind of contracts or their utilities to the team, like Ramos and Messi and Donnarumma. But yeah, I think this will be another summer of splashing the cash and trying to get better players. But I think what the team needs is structure and discipline more than anything else. And yeah, I don't think it if the officials or the authorities there have that opinion, but the priority will be trying to have Mbappe in the team. At the time of the World Cup. Let's see. Around.
I think he's already said that he's made up his mind and he will tell everyone his decision before he starts to play for France for the Nations League. I think so. I think in another week or two, I think we'll get to hear that he's finally moving to surprise Real Madrid. But yes, that's what it's going to be. Other than that, yes, like they won 4-0. Messi scored a couple of goals. Di Maria, who's also looks like on his way out, scored another. And then in the end, yes, a goal to top it all off. 25 goals, I think, and 17 assists in the league this season. League One Player of the Season, Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, I think 55 goal contributions in all, like in all competitions. But yeah, let's see. Move on. Yeah, from PSG League One.
Yeah, let's talk about La Liga now. There was just one match, Espanyol against Valencia, and that ended 1-1 on Saturday. There were a whole host of matches on Sunday. Um, Atletico Madrid against Sevilla, and true to our prediction, the match ended 1-0, 1-1. It was actually Atletico that put the lead, but Sevilla scored an equalizer in the 85th minute, nicely. So, Rahul?
I mean, yeah, like we predicted, man. Seriously, like I don't even want to talk about Atletico or Sevilla, man. I'm just so disappointed, like how unambitious they are. Seriously, it was so predictable. And what was the other match?
No, I just said this. There was just one match on
Oh,
Saturday,
okay,
Espanyol
okay,
against Valencia. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so we can move on, man. Seriously, like nobody cares seriously about these
I don't think
teams.
even they care now. I mean,
Exactly.
So we are now 3 points ahead of Betis now, I think. They
So
go
yeah, they
for
have
head to
secured.
head.
They have
Yeah, yes,
secured. Like they are. Yeah,
they're also okay now.
yeah.
Perfect, perfect. So yeah, I think we can move ahead. Yeah, Cadiz against Real Madrid. Again, a new look Real Madrid side. I think this is something that we discussed. They'll play, every alternate match, the first team squad will play, and that is what happened. And again, something that we did discuss in the preview episode, this has really helped Cadiz. They have got now 2 points of Real Madrid in the two games this season. So I think that becomes a bonus. And yeah, however, they are still in the relegation zone right now, level on points on with Mallorca. So and Granada just 1 point ahead. So again, the last round of matches, that's going to determine the third team that is going to be relegated. Rahul?
Well, yes, our prediction could actually have been right. They actually had uh, a chance to score the winner. It's just that the standing goalkeeper of Real Madrid actually saved the penalty. So Cadiz actually could have scored a penalty and won the match as predicted. So yes, I mean, like what more? I mean, what more can Real Madrid do, right? like they played their second choice, they gave away a penalty, but in the end, it is still up to you to score that penalty. So yeah, they couldn't do it. Um, they're still 17 in the table, so they can still. I mean, they've still got their fate in their own hands. But yes, maybe let's see. This point would really help them a lot. Yeah.
Studies are 18th. They are in the relegation zone, right?
Cadiz are
Mallorca
actually
with the
17. It's Mallorca, Levante, and Alaves who are 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Mhm. I
One more
have
time.
Cadiz at 18. Yeah, okay, it's okay. Um, okay. The next match we can discuss is Getafe against Barcelona. Yeah, I wanted Getafe to win, but that was not the case. A nil-nil draw. And again, teams they are just basically in post-season headspace right now. So yeah, nothing really to say here. I think everybody has also already started looking at the kind of additions and maybe player exits that they want to do, the kind of squad they want to have for the next season. I think everybody is already there. Yeah, Getafe versus Barcelona. Nothing for both teams to play. So yeah, I think the match reflected that, and the scoreline definitely reflects that. Rahul?
I think yeah, for Getafe it was more about getting a point so that they can just be sure of their survival mathematically, which is what happened. They got a point. And I think for someone like Barcelona, I think Memphis Depay got injured, so that's a cause of concern. Other than that, I think Javi did give a lot of the youngsters a chance. I think the left back that played was from the academy. Even a couple of players, I think, from their academy came on for their debuts. So that's something that we've always seen, Javi on the likes of Guardiola, that they always believe in giving their academy players a chance. So yes, I think it was a great opportunity, great game. Even they are sure of their position, they're going to finish second. So yeah, nothing much to play for. So, nil nil. Yeah.
Yeah, and the last two matches that we can discuss is Real Betis against Granada. Betis won the match 2-0. They did what they had to do, but since Sevilla have got their points, so Betis will be in the Europa League next season. In the other match, it was Villarreal against Real Sociedad. Villarreal actually took the lead through Coquelin, but through Isaac and Zubimendi. Real Sociedad won this match, and even they are sure of a Europa League place for next season. And with Atletico Bilbao just 1 point behind them, maybe Villarreal, might not be in Europe altogether after the semi-final performance in the Champions this season. Maybe it has taken its toll on the squad, and let's see what happens. Rahul?
I mean, yeah, like so disappointing. Seriously, like so disappointing. They lost at home again. And I mean, yes, like honestly, does it really matter that they reached the semi-final of the Champions League? I don't think it does. I mean, it, overall, it has been a really underwhelming and disappointing campaign for Villarreal. I do feel that. And again, maybe had they, actually won the Champions League, it would still be okay. But at the end of the day, they still didn't win, right? So, and in hindsight, even playing for the Champions League, it put their matches and their results in the league in jeopardy. So technically, it didn't help them because they were
It,
rotating 11 players.
it definitely helped the finances of the club. And maybe this is what happens when you are not one of those big teams who can have a great, a wonder season sort of a thing where you exceed expectations. But since again the resources are limited, there are these constraints. It definitely has a knock-over effect on the next season, especially when you don't have the financial muscle as some of these big clubs have. And I think that was pretty evident for us to see because in the let's say from March onwards, they had to choose. They had to choose one competition, and they clearly chose Champions League, which was right in my opinion. It's just that they came against Liverpool, and even after that first half performance, which was really good, they just could not match them, and that is how it all panned out. Now, from there on, by that time they had basically lost in the domestic league as well. So yeah, maybe time to start it all over again, and maybe next season if they do well, they can have a great season and the season after that. But yeah, um, definitely everybody, almost all these clubs need to improve the squad, but in such leagues, you are not sure of how financially strong they are. When clubs like Madrid and Barcelona are struggling and they have absolutely messed up the finances, these clubs who get a far lower share from the commercial rights and the sponsorships, TV deals, everything. Um, it is difficult for them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think great result for Sociedad. I think for them, yeah, winning away from home. Nobody really expected them to be, finish sixth or even higher than Villarreal. So yeah, they've done a great job in the end. Yeah, they're gonna be in the Europa League next season. Let's see.
Yeah. We can move on to Serie A now. On Saturday, again, some critical matches, especially as far as the relegation battle was concerned. Empoli squared off against Salernitana, and Empoli actually took the lead through Cutrone, and Salernitana they equalized in the 76th minute. Empoli's goalkeeper, Victor, I guess, he was in sensational form. Sensational form. I mean, the kind of saves he made out of this world. But the fact also remains that the only score that Salernitana did score, it was a fumble from him, and it was actually his mistake. After the equalizer, Salernitana got a penalty. They could have, scored that and sealed their place in the league next season. Unfortunately, even that did not happen. So they have to wait for one more week and see how the other results pan out. But yeah, again, 1 point is more than nothing at all. So credit to them. Rahul?
Yeah, so even though he was the one in a way liable for the goal, but he also saved a penalty. I mean, overall, I think he had a great game. I mean, probably 8 or 9 out of 10 in a way. Yeah, I think he probably had. He was a man possessed. I think had it been someone else, Salernitana would have definitely won that match. So yes, you also predicted I think a draw. So yes, um, I think they've still got a great chance of staying um, in the league. So yes, I think they're what? They're still I think 17th in the table. They're still 2 points ahead of Cagliari. I mean Genoa have been relegated. Venezia have been relegated as well. So yeah, it does look like it's gonna be between Salernitana and Cagliari, and they're 2 points ahead. So obviously they are the ones who are favorites. Yeah.
Yeah. In the next match that we'll discuss, Udinese and Spezia. Spezia was also there or thereabouts, just ahead of Salernitana, and with this win, they have just confirmed their status in the Serie A this season. They were actually 3-1 up at one point of time. Pablo Mari scored a goal for Udinese in the extra time of second half. So 3-2, they come away victors at Udinese. And yeah, that's it. Let's go. Rahul.
I think the best part about this match was all the three goals that someone like Spezia scored. I think all three could be goal of the season contenders. Like they were all so good. So yes, I think they knew that they could be dragged down. We talked about this. What a job someone like Thiago Motta has done at someone like Spezia. I mean, with so little funds and still he's managed to manage. I mean, just staying in Serie A is such a big achievement for someone like Spezia. Um, so yes, I think uh, Udinese, who had already secured their survival. So yes, this was in a way more important for Spezia, and that's actually what happened. The team that wanted to win it. Well, I mean, just imagine someone like Spezia, and they go behind, but still to make a comeback, and in the manner that they did, it just takes so much courage and dedication and passion and heart. So yeah, kudos to Spezia for another season in Serie A. But yeah, let's see. I do think that they're gonna still get a new coach. Maybe Mota will look to leave, but a great job, I think, nonetheless.
Yeah, and the final game on Saturday, Roma against Venezia. Venezia, who have been relegated 20th in the table. And on top of it, they had a player sent off around the 30th minute. They did score the first goal in the first minute actually, but they played close to an hour with 10 men, and all Roma could do was a 1-1 draw. Again, they're just losing uh, space to Lazio, and with this, they're actually inviting a lot of pressure from Florentina. Atlanta will discuss the match they did lose, or even they would have leapfrogged them. So from a Europa League place, maybe now again there are doubts whether they can go to the Conference League. Again, making things difficult for them. Yes, they have reached one final, but these matches, I mean, if this is not a 3-pointer, if this is not a dreaming, what is? Especially with the red card. But yeah, it is what it is. And again, as we have said for so many teams, even they need to invest in the players, and yeah, let's see what magic Mourinho does in the transfer season. Rahul?
Yeah, I mean, not only that, the fact that after their performance against Fiorentina, they needed to bounce back, something that they could not do. I mean, but then Venezia, they've played them twice and they've managed to get away a victory in their home leg and now a draw away. Maybe again, Venezia were again wanted to give great account of themselves, right? They knew that they're going to get relegated, but they just wanted to have a go at it, and that's what they did. And like we said, maybe Roma's mind is all they're already thinking about the Conference League, I guess, and yes. So, but then honestly speaking, fifth or sixth is okay because uh, whether they finish fifth or sixth, it's still gonna be Europa League. But if they again finish seventh, then yes, that would go down in my opinion as an underwhelming season. Even if like they still manage to win the Conference League, I think below sixth would be a disappointment. Even Mourinho would say that. Yeah.
Yeah, the fact is, Fiorentina are just 1 point behind them, and they play Sampdoria tonight. So chances are they'll lead for them, and once they have that 2 point lead with the last match, obviously they'll be favorites to qualify for the Europa League. Again, not doing themselves any favor. On Sunday, we had the top three teams in action. Napoli winning 3-0 at Genoa. Osimhen, Insigne, and Lobotka scoring 3 goals for them. Again, they have just come a little late to the party. They have won, the previous three matches, but when the pressure was really on, they sort of succumbed to it. And I don't know, third is still a good season for them, but yeah, they had a wonderful opportunity to be in the title fight frame. Rahul?
I mean, yeah, this match was all about Napoli's last home game and giving a farewell, to Lorenzo Insigne, who's already on his way to Canada. So yeah, I think that's what they had in their mind, and they wanted to give a great account of themselves. And I mean, Insigne actually got a penalty and missed it, but then later it was shown that there was encroachment, and he got to take that opportunity, take that penalty again, and this time he didn't miss. So yes, he did get his goal in his final home game in front of the home fans, and a great performance from Napoli. And if it was not uh, sure, this result put it beyond doubt that yes, Genoa have been relegated. I mean, yes, they managed to beat Juventus, but yeah, playing away against Napoli was too tough a task. But yeah, again, third was never in doubt for Napoli, right? But I would still think of it as with the chances that they had, they could have done better. But it is what it is. Yeah. I mean, my issue with Napoli is that they actually had a great opportunity when I think of it now, because next season it could even be worse, man. Even someone like Insigne is leaving, and someone like Koulibaly only has 1 year left on his contract. Someone like Osimhen, who again has interest, from the likes of United. So my question is, if these players leave Napoli, will they be able to replace these players? Like that's my question. I I haven't seen that from Napoli yet. I mean, even a lot of those players that they have, they their team has been formed on a strong core of the same players. I mean, even some like Insigne, I think after his penalty, he has risen above Marek Hamsik in the Napoli's scoring charts. So yeah, that's another reason why he wanted to score that one goal. But yes, if there's a team that I'm most worried about in Serie A, I would probably say it's Napoli. But yeah,
Yeah, it's the you know scenario where they lose their top players and other teams also, they get stronger because we definitely know Milan will be busy in the transfer window this time around with the new capital injection and everything. So yeah, it's a case of double, trouble for them getting weaker and the competition being stronger. Talking about Milan, they were at home to Atalanta and yeah, I mean, I did predict that this is the week where they'll be crowned champions. Unfortunately, that did not happen. But yeah, two goals by Milan in the second half. At halftime, it was nil-nil. It was nervy, but there was a slight, you know, I wouldn't say controversy, but the Atlanta players were miffed. They thought, there was a foul on their player when Milan broke free and Leao scored. But nothing of that. But the second goal, I mean, wow, man, 70, 80 yards. Lucas Hernandez just ran, dribbling past players. You call about a man possessed. I mean, he was possessed for just 10, 12 seconds. And then, obviously, he had better options. He could have passed the ball, but he did think that once I have done all this, I think I can shoot as well. And he scored the crucial second goal. Milan 2-0 victors over Atalanta. And I think we can discuss Cagliari against Inter as well. Inter did what they had to do. They won the match 3-1. So we take this to the last week with Milan having a 2-point advantage. I think they need a draw from the last match in order to be, crowned champions. And let's see, let's see. Rahul?
I think yeah. Kudos to Milan. I think great job. I think Theo Hernandez. They only signed him for 20 million pounds, and he just signed a contract extension till 2026. So I'm pretty sure that if anybody even thinks of signing him, they'll have to spend, I think, 70, 80 million pounds easily. Um, I mean, Leao again, he's become their MVP along with someone like Sandro Tonali. And then all of a sudden, because the kind of goal that someone like Theo Hernandez scored, right? It's not just a goal that counts as one goal. It's also a goal that when you score a goal like that, it breaks the opponent's hearts. It breaks the opponent's morale. Like when you concede a goal like that, all guns, you just drop all your tools. That's what happens. And yes, maybe it was 1-0. Atlanta could have still tried to, score an equalizer. But then the moment a goal like that goes in, you just know that it's all done, dusted. And yeah, great. Again, kudos to Milan. 14, 15 matches, I think, without loss. The defense has been so good. I mean, someone like Giroud, someone like Zlatan. Yes, the fact that they did get knocked out of the Champions League, so they only had, in a way, one competition to play for. I mean, the fact that they lost to Inter in Copa Italia, so even that helped them. I mean, yes, obviously, next season should be better. They should be doing better. They should be aiming higher because not only as champions they will get that kind of. They should be able to sign more players because they are the champions, or they should be the champions. And on top of that, the fact that they are going to be acquired by the Bahrain group. So that means that they would also have more money to spend. Like already, uh, they're already on the verge of signing someone like Sven Botman, who is like so good, one of the best young centre halves in the world. And imagine him alongside someone like Tomori, who has again been so good. Because we already know someone like their other centre back who got Simon KR. Yes, he's 31. He's good, but he's 31, and he missed almost half of the season. So yes, they do need a centre back. I mean, because of this, they can actually look to sign a young striker, someone like 25, 26. I mean, I think they're already going to sign someone like Divock Origi. I'm personally not the biggest fan of that deal. I still feel like they need another striker, like a proper world class striker who will score 20, 30 goals for them, which because you do expect maybe Zlatan to leave. I don't know. Maybe he could just join their coaching staff. But yes, Giroud is a great option to have. He has scored some important goals, but I still don't think that he's 35. So is he gonna play week in week out? No. So they do need a striker who will score 20 goals for them and will play week in week out. So that's another concern. But yes, I think they should be able to fix all these concerns.
Yeah, I would not, go so far right now because there is still one game to play, and that is against Sassuolo away from home. And yeah, let's just not get ahead of ourselves. We have seen stranger things, and especially with Inter at home against Sampdoria, they definitely have the easier fixture. Sassuolo, they blow hot and cold, man. You don't know which team will, turn up against it, and I'm sure they'll, want to play their role as party poopers. So
Milan
just
already
let's
lost
wait for
3-1 at home. Yeah.
yeah. So just let's wait for 5 6 days, and then we can discuss the transfer prospects of AC Milan right now. We have two important matches tonight that we just did discuss in the preview. Juventus Lazio and as we said, Sampdoria against Fiorentina. So we'll have to wait and watch how that pans out. I think with that we come to the end of this review podcast. I mean, just one thing. I think we said that this was the last match week in Liga. It was actually not. They finish off next week. So there are 37 matches that have been played there. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for your time and
All right, guys.